Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Sunless Sea. We're going to be continuing on, and this time we are joined by the wonderful Stukka.
Hello.
There you go, they should be able to hear you now. And in true fashion, I have immediately broken the game.
Yeah.
And thank you for the follow, Saikego. Let's just go ahead and fix this. It's not a Zinthar stream without a little bit of technical difficulties. At least the music is playing on loop. Yeah. Diggs is going to have the best forever birthday. Alrighty. Let's try take 2 on this one. Yeah. That seems to be working. Let's bring you all back on over here. Up, light screen of death. There we go, and we're back. Okay. I think I might just adjust that volume down a little bit though. There we go. So, last time on Sunless Seas. Well, we're not very mad, we're a little terrified. Our hull is absolutely destroyed though. We took some big hits.
We got
Thanks
so
to
lucky to get home.
thanks to our good friend the poet, who decided she wanted to chase us down after we'd been already quite badly beaten. Oh, and we have a recurring nightmare. Do we want to go deeper or flee from our dreams? %, I like those odds. Let's go deeper into the darkness.
Just in your heart.
Oh, I failed though. Go closer. The sea freezes over, but the ice is clear. 6 new terror and 1 wound. Oof. Good thing we're in London. We can recover our wounds at our townhouse. First, dry dock. No worries, Gavert. Let's see. I think I'll use the Admiralty yards. We have plenty of favor. Well, we can get plenty of favor. And we're back to full health. And we do have some things, including some coffee, some Stygian ivory, 3 Stygian ivory, and a weapon I can't use yet. Although we could get a Lampard class cutter. But she's a little small. Does give us a deck, a forward, and an auxiliary. Sorry, just a deck and a forward for weaponry, but nothing. It's tempting, but I kind of want to save up for the 4 Sid class Corvette. Which gives us no real +5 to quarters, an iron bonus of 5, and it has 200 hull, which is considerably better than the 75 we're on at the moment. We could afford it, but it would leave us a little bit destitute. Well, in this world, I believe he'd be taking Firkin prisoner honey as his drug of choice. And hello, the hidden boss. DMT. I mean, we could take on a lot more. We would have better weapons with the Forced class. What do you think, Stukka?
I mean, it'll be tight. It'll be really tight belting for a little bit, but that first journey would be, if he can make it up, it'd be worth it.
Yeah. Gets an extra 10 to cargo space, which isn't a great improvement. I'll tell you what we could do. We could go to the salt lines, grab ourselves some Sphinx stone, head back for London, and use that payday for a little bit of extra, because we do have 8 fuel and 11 supplies. That might be the go. We could sell off some of these curiosities here in London to make up some space. Let's go ahead and do that then. And we'll sell off our sack of dark drop coffee beans, although I do know that I have another use for it. I think it'll be better served being put towards a new ship. And we'll also go to our lodgings and try and... Oh. There we go. We've lost 100 echo, but we've gained our wound back. We could sell our heirlooms, but I don't want to. Perhaps not. So that drops it down to 24, so we need to waste about 4 fuel getting there. I imagine it'll be about 2 fuel. It's a pretty straight shot to the salt lines.
One final voyage for the old girl. She
That's
served
it.
you well.
A very fine ship. Nothing to be sneezed at. Just a bit too fragile. She was the finest rat-infested hulk money could scrape together. creeping tendrils of fungus, a seaweed, unnameable flora. We enter the snares. We prefer to call it aggressive quartermastering there, Viper.
Just typical normal cargo man moves.
Exactly. Nothing untoward. It's always just business. One man's business is another man's murder, though. Almost there. And we'll be at the perfect hold capacity to get it all squared away.
I mean, that's just Cargonia run by Lings.
Ah, yes, of course. The Lings will get you. Ah, the salt lions. We shall visit the Unmakers and grab ourselves a nice port report. Oh no. We do lose 5 terror as a result. And we'll compile that. And our 20 Sphinx Stone.
Lings are changelings, and they can just take anybody's face, and then when they change into their hulking monster form, they're really hard to kill.
Yes, the only way to deal with the Ling is to kill them early.
Or kill them with fire.
Zorg's Embrace. A baked breeze rises, the improbable scent of stone out of some distant desert. You are close to the salt lines. Yes, we just left their game.
Those are the worst ones, Viper, because you can never tell. Like, especially if they just like play the long con. Like, some of them have gotten me pretty good that way, to be fair.
I had a chef Ling that's probably the most dangerous kind because people go missing and suddenly there's delicious ribs.
Soup.
The finest of soups. Just the hulking monster walking around.
Tipping his hat to people, being cordial.
Is medical a Ling? Yes, but he's doing his job, so just shoot.
He's our best doctor right now. Let him do his thing.
These damn light ships. Such a ripoff. We're all just AIs. Didn't you get the memo? And a quick jaunt back to London. If we wanted to make double the money, we could do this and then do a really long run, but we don't have the fuel for it. Does mean we're going to have to spend some money on fuel, but we should be okay. Something has changed in the Neath, and the blind bruiser would like us to probably carry something terrible. Once more we find ourselves here on the quayside. What is, I suppose you might say, the lip of the well opportunities. Let us both drink deeply of this well, by which I mean my patron as a task for you. Take payment across the ocean and bring back a little package. Ah, we've done this before. Of course, if we return to London without the little package, I will probably have something sharp to say about it. Haha, haha, because you have a knife. Of course. Been asked to collect a package from Khan's Heart in the Salt Steppes. It's quite a long way away. Well, let's deliver our Salt Sphinx Stone. Gained 500 echoes. Which means we can now get this Forced class. It's always tempting in this game to just wait for the next class up and get a Caligo class. But no. We shall get this.
That's a lot to save.
Yeah. It's a lot of runs of Sphinx Stone, that's for sure. Ooh. What should we call our new ship?
Good question. Any cool ideas, chat?
Melancholia? Ah, look, a bot for me to ban. One moment, chat, I'll be right back with you. Invincible 2, a classic. Let's see here. Trying to sell me popularity. I have no desire to be popular. That sounds like work. It's a bit.
Quite a few solid names to pick from here.
That's not bad at all.
Who cares?
They're definitely not stolen. Good morning, Baron of Derbyshire.
Giddy.
The Unterprise. Ooh, I'm liking the Unterprise.
That is pretty spiffy.
Oh, actually, there's a classic one, though.
Yeah, we're getting a new ship, Baron.
What do we think?
Ooh, shiny.
It has 2 weapon ports, so it's not over. I suppose it's not a pre-dreadnought, so we're going to call this the Unterprise. Unterprise. There we go.
We sail the Unterzee, we make capital, and don't die.
Indeed.
And don't get too scared.
The creeping fear. Which means now we can fit this to our forward weapons. Which finally frees up that slot that I've had for ages. That does 22 hull damage, life damage of 22, crew damage of 2, and 4 seconds of warm-up time. That's pretty good. We do need to refuel, though. We're okay on supplies, but we are heading out into the Khan's Heart. We don't want to go over our patron's allowance. Damn, Thunder Baby 2 was good. We will take it under advisement.
That went in our back pocket.
When this one sinks, we can name a new one.
Yeah.
I mean, if this one sinks. I don't think we can afford another engine yet. No, we can't. All right. But we do have a hull of 200 now and 2 weapons. Quite the impressive little ship we have.
Moving at a nice clip.
Just got to keep an eye on this fuel. I kind of overbought because I'm expecting it to be a bit hungry.
Yeah, it looks pretty hungry too. That's coming down pretty fast.
We can always turn off our light for terror and increased fuel efficiency, though. Especially when you're this close to London, you may as well turn off your light. Oh, we've got a good forward arc as well.
That's quite the range.
Should be very good. So, Khan's Heart is up here in the northeast. I think it would be a good idea to go Pigmote Island, up past Zealport, and then Nuncio. Grab some port reports and the like while we're on our way there.
Our mission, to sneakily go where hopefully others have. It means strange new lives and regret it.
Strange new creatures, and then end them, and then possibly eat them, depending on how desperate we are. The burrower below is watching. It's always watching. Thankfully, the burrower below is in the next game, so we only have Salt and Stone and the other one whose name I can never remember. Storm. Yeah, it's worth trying to pick up some information down here at Pigmote Island. With our guinea pig colonists.
Oh yeah, I remember this island.
Last time, when our previous one had an unfortunate accident, we supported the rats. Now we're supporting the guinea pigs. Even if they are a little pretentious. Help
I
caviar.
believe.
Sorry. An aide runs over. Hairless advisor, you return to us. Praise the tide. We need your wisdom once again. How will we advise them? A chill hangs over the chickenwoods. The trees creak in the still air. The aide shivers. Do you feel it, hairless advisor? They say a monster lives out there, where even our light cannot reach. Our farmers refuse to tend their mushrooms until they can be sure of reaching them in safety. But we can find no trace of the beast. What can we do? Well, it's clearly superstition. It's totally not. There's some skin-eating horror out there. But we can convince them it is.
There's no skinwalkers out there. Let's boogie.
Yeah, everybody, let's dance, be merry, drink a lot of booze, and if someone disappears in the middle of the festivities, it was clearly an accident. The celebration takes the rodents' minds off the shadowy threat. By the warmth of a good fire, the vague unknown is no longer something to squeak at or twitch their whiskers over. It may be more bravado than actual courage, but it's the kind that lasts even after the fire burned down to charcoal. Oh, well, they're now delighted, and we've gotten 50 fragments. Cool. Can you sell me fuel? No. Of course they can't. Well, that was a good stopover. So we can hit the salt lines. It is morn. Not really any way to refuel between here and there, though, unless we go to Mount Palmerston, because it has the cheapest fuel, apart from hell.
Some sort of beetle has invaded your morsel of ship's biscuit. It waggles its antennae.
Impertinently, in fact. How dare it? And just for that, it's going into the pot as extra protein. Unexplored areas. But I'm thinking I'm going to risk it. We're going to go to Mount Palmerston, pick up some fuel there. But I'm thinking I'm going to risk it. We're going to go to Mount Palmerston. Well, actually, we can stop off at Guider's Morn. It's not the cheapest fuel, but it's available. We do have a few echoes to spare. And it does give us an opportunity for some port reports as well. Guider's Morn. Well, we could trade drowning pearls for soulless fruit. Hello, Ramsham. How you doing? Another pebble for the mountain. He is ambitious and plans to marry a princess of the leopard clan. How many pearls would be an appropriate offer, do you think? 10,000? 100? Fathers can be prickly. You take a pair of soulless fruit from his trove, their flesh plump and glistening. Well, we can sell soulless fruit, so that's not a bad trade. We need more Blemigans if we wish to introduce them here. We'll gather some intelligence, perhaps. It's a 50-50 shot. Oh, I succeeded. Excellent. Ah, not too bad, Aramsham. Getting there. Ah, no one likes me at the Aaron Limpet. And I didn't buy any fuel, but I got some fruit. I'm happy with that. Queen Victoria knew how to have a good time. You sure did. We should have enough fuel to get there. I wish I had picked up some more crew, though. I've suddenly realized that I've only got 9 of 15 now. But we'll survive.
I'm alive. Hanging out, maxing, relaxing.
Now the bagman. We don't talk about Mr. Sachs. At least this time we didn't get a... Oh, Forced class, I really don't have time for you. Wow, that does decent damage. Yeah, he didn't do any damage to me.
Did it go just over you?
Must have missed. Oh no, there we go. He did 20 damage. 11 damage. Simultaneous cannon shots. Oh, we make quite light work of them now. Ah, Firkin prison honey again.
Heck yeah, Astral. Engage ramming speed.
We need a trireme for that.
So you can actually get that? Nice.
I think so. Or the Clatery's heart has quite high hull. More orphan artillery.
Little orphan armor.
You could dig among the ruins, but I don't see any reason to do so. Shops, we can buy a lot of fuel here. We'll go up to about 17. Seems good. We're not going to give you my soul. But she does give us a supply. Doesn't look like I can make a port report here. That's a bit unfortunate. I probably already have one.
I mean, the oh, thanks for following, Centauri. But like, we could use those orphans for a lot of stuff.
Shoveling coal, dying needlessly,
Eating
shields,
coal.
being cold if we need. Yes, thank you, Centauri B. There's no Egyptian mummies. We do have tomb colonists. We could throw those in.
Morning, cool dog.
Morning, cold dog. Good to see you.
Ooh, that's a nice dig.
God damn. Yeah. The horror digs always get me. Oh. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch of the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately. Another. Captain can't be seen to take these things seriously, only because it's a very tough challenge. I thought. What do you think, Stukka? Go for it or ignore it?
It's gonna be tough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think the captain shouldn't be seen to take these things seriously. This is all.
It's all rather droll, isn't it? He'll just saunter on and have a nice nip in the captain's quarters. Very good. We lost a terror. We're almost to Khan's heart.
We're not throwing them overboard for a bad dream.
Nah, that's not very nice. Purify them in the dark waves.
Look, we could do that, but the Undersea has to pay for it.
Yeah. Must pay the toll. Yep. A rat barge. Yeah, you should be running away from me. Wow, these new guns really chew them up. Definitely worth the investment. Source of sustenance. 5 supplies for a total of 13. We won't have to worry about going hungry for a while.
That's good. I was worried we were going to eat into our orphan supply.
Yes, now we can actually afford to feed the orphans, so they don't have to eat each other. Well, if the rats didn't want to be scuttled, they shouldn't have tried it. This is the hut. No, this is Khan's Glory. We need to go a little bit more south. Into the Nephrite quarter. See, like, they've made such a nice city here where they've built it, obviously with careful consideration and some planning and forethought, as opposed to London, which was just kind of dropped in here and they have to deal with it now. Of course,
Take
London
care,
being
Jack.
London.
Yeah. Silly Londoners. Falling all over the place.
Kargians dislike merchants and they dislike foreigners. Foreign merchants induce paroxysms of antipathy. Perhaps sufficient bribes will buy your way into the Nephrite quarter. Perhaps. But first, we must collect our cargo. Oh, your stupid Imperial coins. No, give it here. It'll do. It's what we agreed. Take this. Go. You never saw me. Don't lose the cargo. Oh, I don't intend to. Yeah, we could hire some crew here. Or we could just wander Khan's heart. A narrow street opens on your left. The filament bulbs are green tinted. The street is unusually dim, like the space between the thick forest canopy. 10 steps in and the noise of the crowds of the canal side is oddly hushed. Oh. Violent ink, a watchful curio, a drowning pearl, a strange catch, a soothing copper longbox. We do need one of those. If we wish to get inside Station 3, a soothing copper longbox could be very useful. A brass-backed mirror. That's the thing about the English. They acquired spices, and they had nothing to do with it because they can't cook. So they stole recipes, and then they just cooked the recipes. What should we pick up, though? Violent ink will give us one of the Neath bow. A soothing copper longbox, though, does sound very tempting. Ooh, we now have 73 echoes. I think it's about time we started heading back to London, because we do not have the money to keep going. And only 13 fuel.
Yeah, we raided kitchens for them. They stole a great many cookbooks.
And grandmas with their secret recipes.
Shaking down little old ladies for their cooking.
How do you make pasta, Grandma? Spill it. Oh. How shameful. It would appear that those rats are caught in that vortex. No, please, rats, I just want to help. Well, this is just not fair. To them.
I think they got out just in time for you to get it.
Mm-hmm. I remember last time they died in the center of the vortex and I could do nothing. Some more firkin. Oh, a cask of mushroom wine. Very good. It's a shame I don't have 200 echoes I could spend on a, what do you call it? Sphinx stone. But alas, we must continue. We do have a lot of things we can sell back at London, though. Should make us a tidy profit on this little endeavour.
So Zen, I'm curious. I know that at the start, you pick a way to win. Which way
Hmm.
did you pick?
Well, this time while I was trying to find my feed, I've sort of gone for the ye olde I wish to be rich. But that doesn't mean that it's my set objective, of course. In this game, you can find a new objective halfway through.
Now, you see, I don't even think I barely scratched the surface, so I have no idea what's out here.
Ah, yes. Well, I know of one other way to win, but I'll save that for later. It's very interesting. It's a good quest line. Or for example, you can go and open the Avid Horizon up here. You shouldn't do that. That's a bad.
You can open that?
You sure can. Sure shit shouldn't, but you can. When I get to Sunless Skies, I'll be happy to show everyone why you shouldn't open it.
Awesome. So what about does the Submariner stuff kick in?
Well, so to get to the Submariner stuff, you basically just have to go down to a workshop and either provide substance or financial aid to a mad inventor, and they'll convert your ship into a submarine. Zubramine.
Submarine.
Yeah. So you become a submarine and you can go underwater and everything. It's my next. I didn't want to do it with the basic ship though, so I spent some time to get all this up, and then we can go and see what happens down there.
That was going to be my next question. I take it that they only do it for one of your ships.
I'm not sure if it's persistent. I have never actually needed to go past there. Submarine, yes. Okay, the lookout shouts far above. The false stars in the cavern roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? We could record the change and assign a name, or we could eyes on the deck, which I think just results in some terror. It's 50-50. Ah. That's his luck, a gap-toothed Stukka Evers. All agree, leathery but lucky. We lose 5 terror.
Nice.
Good, because it was getting up there, little by little. A little ways off from London. We should make it with 9 fuel, though, quite easily. A hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light. Even as you watch, the blue fades, but it's not a good omen. I have no Z stories. That's unfortunate.
That sucks.
It's not terrible. We'll give it a go. Be nice. The darkness underneath is more than the absence of light. It's a physical presence which distorts the shape of the world. Your light melts the darkness and restores sanity to the world. You explain something of this to your Zaylers. It's not the first time they've heard it, but they seem slightly less nervous. Why, hello there, fellow shipman. Ooh.
That's a big shark.
He's only got 140 health, though. He only does 10 damage.
Oh, this poor guy.
I see it as I did him a failure. A favor, so he seemed to be in pain. I set him free. Someone has bound it savagely with black iron, sunk bands and joined mechanism deep into its flesh. A 37% chance of success is better than just getting meat.
I don't know if I'd want the meat. It's probably corrupted with iron and stuff.
Yeah, it wouldn't taste very good. The cage has begun to distort its shape more than seems reasonable. But then a shark has no bones. Rods of iron inserted deep into the flesh have done impossible things. There are organs in there none of you recognize. Suffering must have been extraordinary. You take a tooth as a trophy. If your hull is damaged, your engineer will repurpose some of its cage as repair materials. I gained one hull and a hunting trophy. I definitely did that poor creature a favor, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, no inevitable geometry? I don't believe we do.
We don't, but we'll take the small boons the ocean gives us, the Z gives us. I think the orphans are usually just happy to have any old meat. Anything that's not gruel. Wonder if we can find a slightly better light that drains our fuel reserves slightly less. See, that's another thing we could have named our ship. The SS Orphanage.
There you go.
Gives a whole new meaning to the words, we're going to send you to the orphanage.
Mothers scaring their children at night. You keep being bad, we'll send you to the orphanage.
There it is now, it's pulling into harbor.
Look at the black trail of smoke and the ill-fated men walking off. Look at that terrible man that they're meeting. Look how sharp his knife is. You don't want to go to the orphanage.
Oh dear. Welcome home. You may ask how it is that I'm here to meet you, and I may remark that we have eyes in the wastes and eyes in the hills. In fact, we have more eyes than a not oracle, and they're all glad to see you, and of course, your cargo. Here you go. 200 echo, 3 fuel, and 1 supplies. Not an unreasonable payday.
I mean, that would be a pretty good racket. And parents just getting rid of their unwanted kids. Just free crew forever.
Yeah. Zervis? I suppose it could be. Well, we are currently, Relogus, doing the wealth ambition, but we may change that later. Well, we have nothing to hide now. We've gotten rid of our crate of souls, so the revenue men can come and do what they like. They roam your deck like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites. At last, they leave. Oh, that's awful. I hear the orphanage is due back in the docks in a year's time. We can be away with it then. Someone would like to sign on, and we have a free evening. Let's do London. hire on some more crew. Gained 3 crew for a total of 12. Pretty good. Let's visit the Rose Market.
Actually, putting Blemmigans on your ship is kind of detrimental, is it not?
I'm not 100% sure. I know that if you get the docile Blemmigans, you can put them ashore and like propagate them. I don't know what it does, but I know that they grow in number and it changes something in the neath. But I haven't actually seen the end result. A starving poet is looking for solace fruit. Very well. We gained 75 echoes for that. And we can visit the Admiralty's office. Guider's Morn, 30 echoes, Mount Palmerston. Wither.
I do not want to give them the satisfaction.
I'm not certain I heard you correctly. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all fine. Assault Lions remains unchanged. Well, that was quite good and easy. What have we got for recruits? I think I have a mechanic. Yes, we do. And we can just hire another Zayla. 5 echoes. Is there anything else we can do there? No, I think we're good. And lodgings. And we can spend some time with our child. Let's tell them of the surface. That loses us 20 Terra. Well, let's go sell off the rest of this.
You're close enough, inevitable geometry.
They have so many uses. I'll nail them down to just one. Sell off all of that. I suppose we could get rid of this Stygian ivory. There's always more where that came from. Good. That gives us 600 echoes to play with.
Not a bad haul.
Pretty good. I think that calls for another run out to the salt lions. Oops, wrong button. Well, the Unterzee changes a man after a while. There's no real way telling. Maybe we were always like this. Ah, nuts, I hit the go button.
Speed and power.
Maximum acceleration. It's alright, we need to bleed a little bit of cargo hold anyway.
Well, I mean, we could do that, or we could get the rads to do it. Both are viable.
Ratus Faber engineers do have their services. Orphans are cheaper, though.
That's true. Less skilled.
You may blow
But
up
they
the
can be
engine.
taught.
Ah, I see. The perfect combination. Ratus Faber engineers with understudy of orphans.
Yeah, that could work.
Oh, whoops. Hidden a little bit too far north there.
Jeez, geometry. He doesn't have a moral compass. He's a rat.
Moral compasses just lead you astray. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum. Ah, crab, we meet again. This time I'm prepared for you. Oh, going under the water, are we?
Oh, he sure fooled us.
The slow knife penetrates the shield. We could dissect it for knowledge or butcher it for supplies and oddities. Supplies and oddities, I think. Ooh, an unrepossessing mash. An unrepossessing mass, an appalling glob of organic matter and dripping fluids, retrieved from somewhere you'd rather not think about. Ooh, there's more. There's probably something horrible inside, but possibly there is not. A curious sack. Slice it open. What's within? Well, you know we have to see what's inside of it.
Yeah, we have to. I'm not afraid of no stanky smell.
A human skull. This isn't the Z-Beast's stomach. What's it doing in here? Like a seed in a gourd? Now we have a lamentable relic. Very good.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it really hasn't helped us much with our we need to get rid of some cargo space problem. Yes, show me a moral man who's rich. We shall compile the port report, and we shall carry Sphinx Stone to London. We'll have to throw something overboard, but we can do without one fuel. He says in what has been labelled the worst decision of his life. We just have to hope we can make it back this time.
I have the utmost faith in you, Captain.
I haven't led us astray yet. This time.
That's right, there's no morals here.
I am tempted to pick up some torpedoes or something similar.
Ooh. Are the nets actually any good?
Well, the torpedo nets really just reduce it when you're fighting ships with torpedoes, so they can be. Oh. Yes, you're very stealthy, Mr. Crab. Come on. I saw you coming a mile away.
Crew.
Oh no! Oh no! That was close.
Uh-oh, now we're back to the maelstrom.
There we go. No, Luke Goblin demands it. And now we have another unrepossessing mass. Well, Astral Viper, there is a couple of better ships, like a larger, a dreadnought or something like that. Or we could try and get the Clardery Heart or the yacht. Choice cuts. It's rather like eating trout. If the trout had tried to kill you a few hours ago, take that as that's trout. We found a delicious organ to butcher and eat. Always fun. In true Londoner style.
Alas, Gravy was a good lad. Played very well. C is the first one.
Yes. You don't need to play C first, and it's a little bit more unforgiving, but I like to play it for the continuity. At least dip your toe into it. You can gather some good lore from Sunless Seas before you play Skies.
Honestly, the writing in C's is just a treat.
No,
Like,
it really is.
definitely treat yourself.
Or if you don't feel like playing it, Mr. Tex has an exhaustive library of it.
Yeah, Texas Let's Plays is pretty cozy.
It is back before he got a decent mic, though, so prepare for that.
Super quiet time.
Not that I can talk, I don't have the best microphone in the world either.
Wow, you sound fine.
Yeah, well, that's good. Back to London. Collect the messages. The blind bruiser wishes to tell us something. More travel. Khan's Heart again in the Salt Steppes. Deliver our Sphinx Stone. We'll hire on some more crew. See who else we have as a new recruit. No, we have a gunner. Actually, let's ask them what they're doing. Now we still need some torpedo components. How many secrets do we have? We have 5 secrets. Iron is our strongest stat though, so we don't need to up that yet. Hmm. Although, I suppose if we do have this ship to trade in... Well, there you go. This will only require 6,000 echoes. And this is only 13,000 echoes. I mean, it's practically a bargain. I don't think we'll be doing that just yet. We could probably get a decent engine. No, we don't have any moves in the Great Game, and we don't have any outlandish artifacts. We could rest, but we don't really need to reduce our terror just yet. Oh, your child wants to sign on with a ship already, but time passes quickly, and most quickly to the Unterzee. How many years have you been at sea? Don't ask. Time operates slyly out in the dark. Admit it, a family tradition. If your child survives, many sailors don't. You of all people know that. This is how you gain a scion, allowing your next captain to choose 2 legacies.
Shall we risk it?
This will reassure you, setting terror to 0 and reducing your nightmares. Ah, well, we can always make more children. All is well for now. New Year's Day 189. Quartermaster Assistant of Legal Age. Signed on. Recommendation of Legal Guardian. Give equal treatment. When you die, the next generation may take up the torch. In the meantime, they will still live at home, probably. Good. Now we have 5 fuel. And we need to get to Khan's Heart again. But we have plenty of fuel. I mean money, sorry. There we go. It should be more than enough. We've really not been chewing through supplies too quickly.
You had been undercrewed, though.
Yes. Oh, and I didn't repair. London Dry Dock. How much does that cost? 100 echoes. That'll be the last of my Admiralty favor, but that's okay. No pork reports this time. We just did a quick run out to get some money. I think we'll spend some time getting some more port reports and spending a little bit of cash at Khan's Heart. Although, we can take the long route and we'll go and speak to the sisters, and then we'll go talk to... what do you call it? The sepia tone place with the dead people who can't truly die.
Vanderbilt?
Venderbite, that's the one. Pick up plenty of pork reports this time. Floridians.
Report bacon.
No, I've never been to Florida. I only ever got as far as California. Oh no. Where are the sisters? The series of unwelcoming growls that Phoebe, Lucy, and Cynthia are all three indisposed. No lunch today, apparently. We'll make a port report. But we do have recent news. So we could trade that to speak to them, or we could save it for the Abbey. We'll save it. We have a port report. That's enough for now. Ah, so like Cairns for Australia.
Or my town in Canada.
Ah. There's always that one place where people go to die. Well, hello, Pirate Pinnis. Are you sure you want to play this game today?
Oh, that poor soul.
He stood no chance. Has some more firkin, honey. Lovely.
Holy Astral.
Jeez. That's an unfortunate piece of knowledge. We have no strange catch. We really should get one for this man to cook some food for us. In a wide space behind the hollow temple, you happen across a stepped platform of sorts. 4 statues guard it, marked with glyphs, all but lost to time and idle vandalism. Again, just like Londoners to do. And the Romans. They look like glyphs, but they look like the glyphs that decorate the Echo Bazaar in London, though. The heart of the platform is a long-filled well shaft. 2. You poke about briefly, but something in the place makes you uneasy. A frost moth the size of a farmer's hand flutters down to perch in the well's edge. Another, a third. You retreat. We'll gather some gossip. Okay.
I tried doing this once.
Yeah. Guess I need 12 supplies for it, and I don't think I'll be able to do that yet. We will, however, stock up on a little bit of fuel, not too much. Not really worth selling any of our stories, though. And away we go. Well, if we stay this course, we should reach both Guiders Morn and... Oh, a bat swarm. Free meat, boys! Succulent with stolen blood into the pot. Yes, we've learnt that in recent ages.
Oh, come now. There's no flu in the Unterzee.
There's other illnesses. Illnesses of the mind, the soul, the mind. Wait, I said mind twice.
Uh-oh.
The eye wants to learn you. Well, let it. You'll learn the eye in turn. Nope, failed again. Cache of Curiosities, what do we get this time? Ah, 2 fuel. Parentless long pork. I don't know if it's good eating, but I'm sure it's at least reasonable. And depending on the circumstances, it can even be desirable. Ugh. Well, I'll try it one more time, but then I'm not trying it again.
That's high risk now.
Yep, okay, we're not trying that again. Emotionally season their meats. Beatings and gravy, the best kind of seasoning.
How are there even any gravies left? We keep eating them.
Ooh, another one of these boats. I'm sorry, friend, I'm just too powerful. I cannot resist you. One day my hubris is going to get the better of me, I know it. But it is not this day.
I don't know, you gotta be pretty crazy to eat your own meats.
Hmm. An intriguing lumpy sack. It's probably not a sack full of skulls. Ah, a crate of human souls. I know a certain deviless who would be very happy to have that.
Semi-renewable meat from the gravy factory.
They grow unusually sized lizards and just keep reusing the tails. Surely that's what you mean, right?
Absolutely. Always eat iguana bobs.
Iguana Bob. Everyone's favorite morally objectionable person. Do you happen to have a case of souls for me? No, I'm not going to eat them. We don't eat souls usually. I'm not clear how that story got around. I told you that I miss London. I miss hell. I'd like a keepsake. And all souls are ours. You know, by right. Watchful and clinking, the deviless lifts the lid of the crate. The light from the souls within illuminates her face. She stares at them for a long moment, and then tears begin to roll silently down her face. Thank you, she says. I've missed them so. One of her tears lands on the wood of the crate, which begins to smoke. Let me tell you something very special. She whispers in your ear. Her breath smells like hot stone. But you should go now. Thank you. Come back soon. So we can exchange Crate of Human Souls for secrets here. Well, she is a deviless. Kind of is an alien. At least she's not an Ai Lamau. Mount Palmerston.
Yeah, she just came back from that Cypress Hill concert.
Will that take us up to? Yeah, that should be enough, and we can stop by and pick up some more Sphinx Stone for London. Do we want to stop off at the Avid Horizon? It's not a terrible idea. Get a pork report from there. Yes, I do enjoy some headcanon for ship-to-ship warfare.
I see what you did there.
I think it's down this way. I could be very wrong. I am very wrong. I'm also keeping an eye out for some possible cheese victory.
Ah, yes. Tasty iceberg cheese.
The best kind.
I've heard it's kind of decent, Astral. I've not actually checked it out, though.
I've never heard of it. Probably worth a look. The two vast wing shapes guard the gate of something like resin, smooth but uneven. See, you can open the high gate. A curious miscellany gathered from all across the wide black sea. Your companion knows how to use these materials. Complete a certain matter in London to achieve this. Grab that port report. And we shall be on our way. Accurate description. Who is this gunhead anyway? Well, he's a man with a gun for a head. Apt.
I think it's actually a wheelcat, too.
As it should be. Wonder how he reloads it. Questions for later.
Is he like Bugs Bunny? Didn't just eats the bullets? Oh no, that's the bull. The bull when he eats the gun.
Ah, yes. The well drinks color, the smiling priest whispers. The well drinks dreams, and the well is always thirsty. Oh, look, he can commit suicide.
Nice.
What occurs here between the darkness and the light? The smiling priest in a red cassock tends to the chapel. The congregation is shy of light. They come and go in little ships. It's strangely difficult to count them. Perhaps some of them are imaginary. Still, you note the name of a ship or two. Anything else we can do here? We might lose some health. We definitely will lose some health. Perhaps not. Let's go pick up our brilliant souls and be on our way. Ooh, we are very low on supplies. This is very bad.
Pat Labor is fantastic. Need to go hunt some more bats. Succulent bat juices.
Awesome crab. We can buy some things at Khan's Heart for an outrageous price, but I'd rather not if we could avoid it.
I mean, we got a new ship. She's a fine vessel. She's treated us very well.
Well, we do have the emergency rations of orphans. Actually, I think Bright might have some supplies. They always tend to keep it well stocked, if I remember correctly. We're not in dire straits yet. Yeah, we could engage the tireless mechanic. I think he increases... Tireless increases veil and fuel efficiency. How much does he cost? 20 echoes. We may as well take him and just install him later.
Like the rest of our machine parts.
Exactly. Completely optional. Oh, I can enter Frostfound now. Port report. We're keeping the steps of the game of truths, a helpful riddle Fisher explains, as she fills your cup for the third time. Every year the people of Irem and Wither meet here for contests, she finishes vaguely. The difference between a question and a riddle. One day someone will prove themselves enough to enter the castle. You spend a pleasant few hours while the tea is supplemented with Iremi liqueurs, pale wyvern beer, and something the riddle Fisher described blandly as steak cake. They offer you fuel and supplies before you leave. We keep enough spare. From time to time, a captain gets lost and comes up here. We always feel bad for them. How
What are
very
you
rude.
insinuating?
Well, we could enter Frostfound now.
Ooh.
Oh, stretch. Oh, my back. This is what happens every time I end up hunching over.
Oh, gamer posture destroyed.
Indeed. Well, I mean, we have no other engagements today. Let's have a look around. Your terror is greater than 20. You should not enter Frostfound without a good reason. A long flight of stairs rises glistening to a sheer tower. There is no door. Your reflection hangs in the cloudy ice. You probably shouldn't do that, one of the squatters advises. Ignore her. Face the wall. Examine your cloudy reflection. Close your eyes. Step forward. Shiver. Frostfound radiates both cold and a subtler chill of the heart. Did you move at all? Or is it your reflection that moved? You're inside Frostfound.
Just at 20. We're still good.
Hmm? Light, 100 rich and blinding colors filter through the ice. It's like drinking a kaleidoscope. It's like being kidnapped by the rainbows. The colors shift with every step. You take revealing shining corridors. In each and every corridor, your reflection waits. Enter the sapphire chamber. The corridor shimmers with a blue as rich as the sky of the surface. It fills your ears, but the air is still. Every facet of the ice crystal wall is the hard and deepest blue of a desert sky. You take one step further in, the blue plucks at your senses, vertigo spins you, a voice intones, "This was the sky." A high-risk challenge, or... I have just remembered that we are already at 2.
Let's not die here.
Hmm. Recall other places where there is no sky. You are far from any sky. Stare fiercely into that fierce blue and call to your mind the memories of skyless islands. 25% chance, or we could sacrifice a point of veils. Or we could leave and come back when we're not at 2 wounds.
I mean, I think the veils would be okay to lose. Because you can just train for that, can you not?
Yeah, I've got a veil trainer. Yeah, one of these two.
Now, being terribly exposed, will that kill you? Purple says all or nothing.
Nope, let's do it. Sacrifice crew should always be an option. The blue, all of the blue, loot it all. Alright, we're going deeper, boys. I'm gonna step into the sky. The horror of emptiness. Yes, this blue is brittle, savage barrier. Press against it, it will shatter, spilling you into a high wilderness. The stars are hungry, and there is a horror upon you. Your head spins. Right items means you may not have to sacrifice skill points. We've lost one veil.
Oh.
I see, interesting. So we can either risk it for the biscuit, or we can... I don't think it'll kill us, is the important thing here. I don't think this is a quest that ends in death immediately. Unless we let our terror get too high. Light. 100 rich and blinding colors filter through the ice like drink... Oh, it's this again, okay. So we can enter the amethyst gallery. Over here, a corridor is the deep violet of more colorful undersea corals. Dappled shadows drift like fish. You are the center of hunters' attention. Things like and unlike sharks, long, sleek, half visible behind the walls. You have a sudden sense that they are vaster than sharks, vaster than Frostfound itself.
Whoa.
The perspective confounds you. The place stretches away every direction through a dusty purple haze. As if you float in a cloud, the air is chill and crackling, vast and shadowy. Shapes hang lifeless in the distant cloud, fluids staining their hides. Whale things and beast things, bigger than dirigibles, bigger than cities. You're a speck in the cloud. Are you still inside Frostfound? Once again, there is a voice, lifeless and leaden type. There were casualties. We have no Z stories, so we can't do the iron, but we can sacrifice an iron point. And we can always train that up with irrepressible cannoneer, so sacrifice it. 1 iron. The corridors of Frostbound. Light 100 rich and blinding colors filter through the ice again. The corridor glows of a rich red of sunlight of fresh blood. Bright as pain.
Oh, that leave option looked bad.
Mm. We're pretty bad at hearts, but we can live with it. The memory of a memory. A voice intones. The crime is forgotten. Its shadow remains. Surrender to the traces of horror. Whatever was remembered here is gone, but even its traces still scald the air. You can give in to it, but it will damage you. Literally, or just like hearts-wise?
I mean, it might come with a high reward purple, but we have 2 wounds. We take 3, we die. 25% is not a good return.
We could just leave and come back later. There's nothing stopping us from doing that. Just hearts. Alright, Hell's Razor, I'm betting with you. Phew. Well, we're at 50 Terra now, though. Whatever was remembered here is gone, but even its traces still scald the air. You can give into it, but it will damage you. The living things are joined in the chain, men and apes, bees and roses, messengers and stars. And the red science breaks it, even time is scarred. Now that scar has touched your spirit. Oh, is this supposed to be a philosopher's stone?
Oh, really?
I think that's what it's meant. It's the red science breaks it, because that was always the thing with alchemy, was the red of the philosopher's stone. But I'm just theory crafting there. Okay. Enter the Emerald Vista, the green of forests of poison of leaves, haloed by arc light. Leaf shadows in motion, chilly air, the scent of pine. Okay. Rushes you, something sought, the voice intones, something lost. There are changes which will wash away that you were and all that you are. Nothing is familiar. Everything is new as morning. Your sight is dazzled, your perceptions confounded. Gain 20 Terra, new total of 70.
Yep, we're going buckets of crazy.
Yeah, we are. LARPing as the British Museum sounds legit. The Diamond Bridge. I think this is the last one we can safely do without Terra. A narrow space of blinding light, old Karas and none between, the towers of Bright and the Tower of Teneb. Once on the bridge, you'll be exposed like an insect in the desert, like a fresh carcass on the operating table, like a jewel in the sun. Ooh.
Yikes.
That hurts. That really hurts. You stumble through a mounting haze of dread, and the light tears at you. Thoughts wither like charring paper. Across into the merely brilliant light of inner Frostbound. Yep, we gotta go. We can't go any further. Yep, we have got to leave.
This is going to be one hell of a ride home.
Well, we can try to reduce our terror in the Khanate, thankfully.
Okay, cool.
But otherwise, yes, it's going to be one hell of a trip home. Especially if the nightmare comes back.
Yeah, oh no.
What did I just say? You have to run from it. And we've gone mad. Ugh. Yes, we succeeded. We've lost 8 crew, but we survived. And we lost some terror. But now we're stuck at half speed. But we can pick up some crew in the Khanate, perhaps. I told you my hubris would catch up with me.
Who can say, Ultima? Maybe our child was killed.
Praise the orphan grinders.
I mean, if he was, he was. It is what it is. We told him not to treat him any different.
He gets equal treatment. We're out of food. We've got enough fuel, but it's not a lot of fuel. Well, let's collect the Cheery Man's cargo. Thank you. We got a whole total of 1 crew, which puts us just above the... Not quite. Fuel, purchase supplies, an outrageous price. How much is outrageous? It's only outrageous if you don't need it. We can make do with 2. And let's take some time in a nice tea house. If we hadn't have succeeded that attack, we would have been dead. Wow, we got a nice Kanigian. The white and golds are watching me. We have 8 fuel. I think we have enough to get back. At the very least, this will get us to Guider's Morn. Well, you see, son, the sea demands a sacrifice. Some consider it too hefty a toll to pay. I consider it a fair bargain. Ahoy, rat barge.
do like their vortexes.
They do. They have an attraction to it. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Unfortunately, I know that I'll probably not be able to get that loot now, though. Yep. Typical. No, for some reason, anything that goes into a vortex just gets lost. Zebulon Sakot. Wait, am I missing a key? Well, I could have just driven through it at a faster pace, I guess. Ah, I'm following now, yes. Like the orbital maneuver. Ah, the pirate poet. Or as I like to call her, the coin purse. I've had some upgrades since we last fought. 100 echoes. Boo, but we'll take the supplies and fuel. Yeah, and 2 drowning pearls. The Fathom King spits these out, your bosun offers. Coughs them up like a cat does a hairball. He catches your skeptical glance. True as I'm here, Captain. There's a fancy word for it and all. Nacribo Bezor. I'm a lubber. Whatever the encyclopedias the bosun has been drinking, all of these are drowning pearls. Alright. They have the heft, the sheen, and the chill. You know, that's a very good question. They don't appear in here at all. At least not that I can find. There they are, drowning pearls. The petrified eyes, perhaps? Hmm. Astral Viper. No. Don't make me get the stick. Ah, the Iron Misery go. I believe we'll have some tea with the factor. He'll give us some supplies for a new total of 2. We'll take a port report. We'll try. We were fortunate and we gained some new supplies. Very good.
He has so many voices in there, Astral. So many voices.
There's a few of you, that's for sure. But what am I fighting? Oh, that's disappointing. Hello, have you come to die?
Good answer.
I don't know who Randy Orton is. I'm sad to admit.
I believe he's a wrestler.
Oh, I see. We did touch the very edge of madness there. I think it's safe to say we're at least as mad as a hatter.
Ooh, yeah. Yes, Baron. Yes.
Asking the deep questions. A pirate frigate. Sorry, sir, but desperate times call for desperate measures and all that. Some more fuel. Look, we're as sane as anyone wants to admit. A struggling loot box, if you will. We still need to reduce a little bit of terror. Your crew teaches the limpet a whole cycle of especially filthy sea shanties. At one point, you could swear you hear your name inserted in one or more of the complex verses, but you maintain diplomatic silence.
Must not sing sea shanties. Must not sing sea shanties.
Ooh, no, I might get hurt. I did gain 3 terror, though. That's a bit unfortunate. 50-50 shot. Good, and we got a port report out of it. Shops. It's a bit pricey here, but we need to buy some fuel at least. Could sell off our Firkin prisoner, honey. What I do need to do one day is buy one of... Ooh, a sunlight-filled mirror catch box can be sold here. We have... Let's buy 1 or 2 fuel, and then we'll be on our way. Not that far from London. Or the dreaded 9-sided cube. But
All of
more...
your comprehension of shapes is astounding.
I'm guessing those were torpedoes. Yeah, good. And we got some more Firkin prison honey. Lovely. Massey's shaft.
But you take it easy there, Purple. Let's not be breaking out the math here.
Well, let's spend some time in bed and heal a wound. Phew. Infinite-sided rounded cubes. Also known as spheres.
Today I learned that spheres are still cubes.
This is like when we discussed what is soup in the Pants Rat. The answer is all is soup. And yet nothing is soup.
Just a wholesome morning, evening, or afternoon of pondering arms.
Let's... We gain a supply, and we have Storm's attention. Ah, dang it, I was supposed to stop by the salt lines. It's okay, we'll get there one day. I think our next adventure is going to be to the south. We still have a little bit of area that hasn't been explored down there. And now that we have a much better ship, we can go and pick up the Submariner.
I mean, yeah, that's technically soup.
Yeah, that's soup. We got our 200 echoes and some more fuel. We will rest, I believe. We lost our wounds. I only have one lamentable relic. see.
Ah, to write a song with a Z.
Hmm. Well, I think we're good for now. Well, we could consider retirement. But I don't think we're quite done yet. Admiralty. That gives us steady echo and some more fuel. And some more fuel. 40 echoes and some fuel. Good old Venderbite. The Chapel of Lights. I hope you intend to tell me everything is quiet there in the avid horizon. Yes. Khan's Heart. Ooh, 75 echoes for that. And we got a favor. Another. Good. Now I think we have retrieve information from the Emperor of there, from the Empire of Hands, far to the east.
In our furnace, they do more, though.
Hmm. Let's get flush with supplies and fuel. And let's go for a bit of a jaunt along the sea. See how far we can actually get. Oh, we should be full now. We could buy a lead beater and stain rod Ildrian. It's not a terrible idea. Engine power plus 1000. She gives us a plus as well. But we could also swap over to our friend, the tireless mechanic, which gives us plus 5% fuel efficiency. But she gives us so many buffs. Do we have anything worth selling, though? Well, that'll leave us with 200 echoes. That could be quite useful. What do we think? Should we go for a new engine, or should we hold on to the one we've got and do some more exploring?
The new engine's gonna eat gas faster, right?
I believe so. If you get more engine power, you eat more fuel.
I mean, I'm all for upgrades, people, but like, You're going on a long-winded trip. It might be wise to save your fuel mileage and then get that for your runs when you come home.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We will hold off for the minute. We have enough fuel and supplies. We shall instead go and repair our ship. Dry dock. Well, for 100 echoes, because we don't have the Admiralty's favor at the moment. There we go. All right. Lovely. Well, let's head all the way to Polythreme, and then we'll have a look around at the north there. Because that's really the only places we haven't explored to the east. And we do need to find the Empire of Hands. Well, it's worth a shot either way. We'll get it on the way back. We should have plenty of port reports by then. Because we'll stop off at the Sea of Lilies, and probably the Salt Lines for a port report. Godfall, Polythreme, and then into the dark.
They are grot riggers, yes.
Dim lazy grot never gets anything done. Cut their rations again.
Ooh, we did not take on more crew.
Oh, we did not. We're going to have to turn around. Because we absolutely need more crew. The children breathed a sigh of relief for a moment there, thinking we weren't going to take them on board.
Little do they know, it was just a cruel fake out.
We can't forget the children. We will look after them. Oh look, a glitched out trade vessel. God, it's tempting to shoot them.
I mean, that was a neat trick.
Hmm. Oh, well, thank you, Jacanthria.
I mean, you can't see it, Jack, but I'm giving up the devil horns.
Ah, the blind bruiser would like to offer us a new thing. Let me guess, go to the same place, do the same thing. Oh, Guider's Morn is actually quite close. We got 2 new crew. Gonna need a fair few more than that. There we go, all the way up. In that case, do we stop off at Guider's Morn on the way back or on the way there? What do you reckon?
I'd go. They could go there first, I think, because if we're coming back, limping, it might not be wise to go further than we need to.
Good point.
I'm awfully pessimistic today. I apologize.
That's okay. I think we'll get this grand adventure under our belt, and then we'll probably... Oh, guy, come on, you're just asking to be shot.
I mean, look how he's dressed. He's just asking for it.
I'm sorry, sir, I mistook you for a pirate. Innocent men and women are dead. Ah, your crew is unhappy to be complicit in this crime, but obedient for now. Here's what they've found. A crate of human souls.
Totally worth it.
Yep, that's worth it.
I mean, probably not geometry, but you never know.
As innocent as the next person. Oh, look, and free food. Num num num. Overconfidence, the creeping killer. Ooh, it does hurt. I think we can avoid Venderbite for the moment. We'll stop off at the Morn and then we'll head off to the east.
You're lucky, Crabbo.
He's not that lucky.
I guess not.
Oh no, and a pirate. Hello, sir.
Yeah, that's right.
What's the matter, cold feet? One would say I've got you between a rock and a hard place.
Oof.
Nope. Don't mind me, just gonna crash here. Ah yes, two monkeys with knives. Or perhaps a kangaroo boxing match. That was always a laugh. Ah, here we go. A shivering corsair with a package. Oh god, they're cold. Take them from me. Take them. Where's my money? Don't cheat me. Take them, but I want my money. Why does the smiling, cheery man person thing need so many souls?
I don't know. He's really packing them away, though. Welcome, Thrace.
We'll explore the Morn. I'm good at fighting. I failed. And I lost a crew. Cold shoulders at the errant limpet. Nope. No port report, and I've lost another crew. That's 2 crew in as many minutes.
No worries, Thrace. That's why it's there, brother.
Yes, I'm running this game unmodded, especially because this game has very few mods, and the mods it does have are quite breaking of the game.
Zavulon, you watch your tone there. Talking about rights?
Ah, well, better luck next time. Oh, thank you for following, Thrace262. Ah, what's the matter? Can't fit through here?
He's getting cheesed on.
Hey, that's my tactic. Well, I suppose if anglerfish can evolve those particular little attracting spines, why not a crab? Ooh. Tasty choice cuts again. Very good. Carcinogenesis. All things will return to crab eventually.
Till all are crab.
No, well, we can't take another desperate sleepy person. Tea with the factor. The Gant pole, where monsters swarm, about the seductions of the principle of coral, the infestations of Featherhaven. Load of Bolagus frond carted aboard your ship. Ah, very nice of him. And we'll take a port report. Ah, that's what we do need to do. Curse my memory. Where is Station 3? All the way down here. Well, we're heading in that direction anyway. Need to go south. Because we have a Sooth and Cooper long box. And I believe we need that to gain access there. They threatened to rat us out to the authorities. They were not to be trusted. Glorious.
Take care, Inevitable Geometry.
Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, coin purse.
It is I, the mighty pickpocket of the sea.
You didn't want to get robbed, you shouldn't be turning up so often. Hello, pirate poet. Thank you for the money and fuel and supplies and whatever else you have. Always a pleasure.
Surely the two notions aren't connected, Astral Viper. Of course.
Yes, never. Such a pointless waste of meat. Should we try dissecting it for knowledge this time? We have gotten a lot of supplies from it. 36% chance isn't great. Nah, but we did gain a hunting trophy, so not a complete failure anyway. Well, its blood glows, and it's all terribly gooey. Fascinating.
Truly insightful, sir.
I'm so good at science. Follow me for more science facts.
Oh no, isn't there science facts? There's a slippery slope right fucking there.
The average orphan contains more blood than the average crab. Science facts.
Oh god, how do I make quotes? I know I can do that, right?
Yeah, I think it's like dash quote and then... Sorry, not dash quote, exclamation mark quote, and then put in what the quote is. I think Diggs actually pasted it in the WBPL76 chat. I'll have to go looking for it.
I guess that works, Astro. Yeah, I'll have to figure it out for next time.
Absolutely. Here we go. Station 3. Let's drop off this lung box. There are no stevedores, however. Is it stevedores? 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 I don't know. However, and no wagons waiting to help. Only a sign which reads Deliveries, and a painted hand which points insolently up a rock-cut staircase. There is a cargo in the hold marked for this destination, a long, low, heavy box. It'll be fun getting it up the stairs, no doubt. There's a great deal of grumbling from the crew, and the stairs are sharp-edged and wet, and the box is heavy and its contents inclined to shift. After a few slips and a bad bruise to the shin, you resort to placing crew members along the stairs and handing the box along. There is a warehouse at the top of the stairs, but it's not apparently your destination. Another sign points along a narrow path towards the building with the spire. Deliveries, it says more aggressively this time. Someone in the spire building singing the song sets your teeth on edge. Stevedore. Fair enough. We can carry the box to the building spire, or we can just dump it in the deliveries area. Let's go to the spire. Ah! One of the shadows move, an austere acolyte steps into the light. She is covered head to foot in protective black, her fingers thickly gloved and goggles perched on the top of her head. It is plain she is unimpressed by what she's seen of you so far. Deliveries go up this path, she says, nodding towards the steeple building. Apologize for the form of your meeting. Who knows, she may be responsible for paying the delivery charges, or insist she brings help to carry the box. It's not your crew's proper job after all.
I don't know if she's going to be really cool if you ask her to help.
Yeah, does seem to have a air about her. Well, let's apologize. You offer an apology. She listens, but indifferently. You're very nearly sure she is humming something faintly while you talk to her. Oh good, they're all insane. Ooh, a choice. Follow because you haven't been paid yet. Follow because you're curious, or follow because the singing has gotten into your bones. The austere acolyte sings all the time when she is not speaking. The words of the song bother and fascinate and compel. The deep knowledge, you say? But I do care more about the money. These folks seem disorganized. Who's to say they'll remember to bring your payment? You follow the procession at a polite distance, but not so polite as to suggest that you'd be willing to go away. The austere acolyte directs the arrangement of the long box in the room under the steeple. There are many other boxes there already, stacked in rows, 3 or 4 times as many as you have brought. In another corner of the room is a pile of wood from previous boxes, already emptied and dismantled. Singing to herself about a mountain upholstered in velvet, she takes a crowbar to the box. The corpse inside is permanently dead, in a way that the dead of London often are not. Not a drownie, not a tomb colonist, but not coming back either. It looks pale and ordinary, except for the slight distension of the skin over the breastbone. Gently the acolyte presses there and nods, singing about tulips embroidered with yellow floss. She lifts the body onto a marble slab, without pause in her lyrics. She prepares a scalpel. Your presence does not seem to bother her. Wish I could watch with a medical interest, but I guess I just have to watch. You never heard of this practice before. The austere, oh no. The austere acolyte extracts deftly, with very little blood, a heart-sized sphere of silver-grey metal. With a giant nutcracker, she cracks the sphere, and another sphere inside that, and another. Finally, in the center, she comes to something heavy, small, and black. She lifts it out of the tongs and looks at it through her goggles. The song falters, but she manages to keep humming, though the words are lost. She puts the black and heavy thing into a jar marked with a word of correspondence. She closes the jar and seals it with red wax. Finally, when the corpse is removed again, the marble slab is wiped clean. She comes to pay you. Thank you, she says. Return another day. I may have something else for you. We now have Station 2, Station 3, earning the acolyte's favor, and I've lost my longbox. She'll admit that there's something you can do for her. She asks you to keep night watch. She has a little jar of a heart metal shaving. It's a bit too small to be used for any other purpose, picked out of the teeth of the nutcracker. Well, a visit to Sooth and Cooper. Boiling liquids. Sooth meets you at the door. Cooper is not home. Sooth has a cauldron on the boil, already in and in go the shavings. Wouldn't think they'd melt, but they go like butter, swelling into the mix. Have them bottled by tomorrow forenoon, Sooth says, not looking up from his stirrings. I see. We need more of those. Return later. I see, I see, I see. Perhaps not. How very fascinating. Swiggity swooty, where's my booty? Well, we could go further south, or we could continue on to the east, because we still need to find the Empire of Hands. There is a fair bit we haven't seen this way. Onwards we go. We've got quite a lot of fuel, quite a lot of food, and very little terror. Let's see how high we can get it before we need to turn back for London. Oop.
A little bit of that sea lag.
Just a touch. Do something we haven't had to do for a while and send out the Z-Bat.
I was gonna say, the first time I've ever seen you do it was like maybe 10 minutes ago.
The aphotic quills. Interesting. The Noctic Lobe.
Goddamn sea brain islands.
Yeah. Who knows what terrors lurk beneath.
The lobe knows.
Still nothing within his range. We may end up having to go to Khan's Hut and pay their ridiculous prices for fuel again. Alternatively, we can do this. Let's go to the gazetteer, go to there, pull off Navy's daughter, and put in the tireless mechanic, which will increase our fuel efficiency by 5%. But it will reduce our engine power. Why does that make it look like it's going faster?
Don't know, but I like it.
We could stop off at the Uta's room and see what's in there. But that sounds like a detour we don't need right now. No, a boat. Is you a friendly boat? Doesn't appear to be, no. You want to stay in his aft quarter? Very good. More supplies. I don't think the Carnate likes me very much, though.
I'm curious as to how they would know that you did this.
Yeah, I killed them all. Well, I suppose we did it close to the Utish room. Maybe they send reports.
That's fair.
Look, everyone, another rock.
We found it.
We did it, Reddit. There's another lighthouse. That must be a lonely lighthouse. We're almost at the edge of the world. I mean, to be fair, he did attack me first. Ooh, a thing. Ho ho, what have we found here? Airship? That seems
Seems really cool.
ill-advised. Hey, we're underground. Let's use an airship.
I mean, it worked for Final Fantasy.
True, true. Fort Stanton. Ah, the Empire of Hands at last. In the name and by the power of her enduring majesty, a trade embargo and quarantine in absolute perpetuity has hereby been declared on the Empire of Hands. No ship of London is to permit aboard a Pentecost ape without express and prior permission of the Admiralty. Any and all acts of spirophage are prohibited. They know what they did. Beware stowaways, keep a tight grip on your soul. Except from Standard Naval Regulations, Volume 4. With the regulations in mind, it is a surprise to be greeted by a mere itchy monkey in a tattered yellow robe, barely walking with the help of a ceremonial staff. I have found the monkeys. Hello, cries the mayor in the broken voice of one not yet used to human speech. Come, make selves at home. All souls welcome in bountiful Empire of Hands. The crew shifts uncomfortably. They know the stories. It will take more than the natural beauty of this place to make most of them risk shore leave here. Well, we'll gather our The Admiral commissioned you to gather information here at the Empire's edge. That's difficult, but you could pick up a few scraps. The barely sold monkeys of Port Stanton mutter together in a dozen bastardized dialects. Invented stories, gossip, 20 years old, intimate revelations from the scraps of subconscious knowledge that adhere to souls, the effects of sampling a rich, fascinating stew that might just possibly contain rat droppings. The Admiral would regard this mission as a failure, but others might be interested. We now have a sea story as well. We can speak with the flea-ridden mayor, king of an empty castle. The flea-ridden mayor scratches himself on a chair made of crates, surrounded by boxes of long rotten trade goods. As a 5-souled ape, he would be able to petition for membership of court. But now, the trade embargo has left him trapped on the outside, a 3-souled overseer with no talent for order. "200 echoes for my soul, you say?" We don't really need supplies. 40 echoes for fuel is a bit rich, but we could use a boon. Oops. Oh well. We wasted too much money then, by accident. Well, let's go in and look at this. 2 monkey guards wielding rifles and rusty bayonets block the bridge. This is not for your eyes, outsider. Avert them. Walk away. Walk faster. Good human. Oh, well. If you wanted to sign your death warrant, you could have just said so. Get your hands off me, you damn dirty apes. Buried treasure being buried? Deep in the forest, an important-looking ape in yellow robes oversees 2 lesser monkeys. As they dig a hole in the ground, having dropped a strange-looking idol into the pit and covered it up, one scrapes a deep X over it while the other slides a map into a bottle, corks it, and scampers off to throw it into the sea. Curious, however, any treasure hunter who may find the map and follow it here will be out of luck. Gotten out of there.
Morning, Grimos.
Yes, good morning, Lord Grimos. Let's have a poke around the shore. An aborted journey. The path through the jungle soon becomes dark and treacherous, the predatory eyes of desperate monkeys staring from behind every bush and tree. Exploring this island will have to wait for a more auspicious day.
I can't believe they called it freaking monkey business.
I don't think we really need anything else from the mayor. Do we have any shops or a shipyard? Nope. Well, very good. We've achieved our mission for port reports of the Empire of Hands. Suppose we can continue on to Polythreme. We can take Claymen to London, perhaps. I didn't feel like dealing with the challenge.
We get wounded enough as it is.
Oh no, we're fully healed now. But I don't want to risk it.
Yeah, those wounds ratchet up pretty quick.
Oh yeah, you only get 3. It's very brutal. Oh, what do we have here? Could it be? Did I find it? Aestaval.
The
sun. The sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun, the sun. The last place where light touches in the Underzee. Well, let's, Your eyes water, the pages blur, the report is one of joy-filled complaint. Aestaval has a beauty too bright to be appreciated. Perhaps the Admiralty can find something of use. There was some sort of installation here, what looks like a handsome country house. Who was here, and what happened to them? A garden overgrown with berry bushes, a wooden trestle table set for a meal, chairs strewn with bones, half-dozen skeletons, a red-breasted bird perched on the grinning cranium, cocks an eye at you and bursts into song, a liquid, thrilling sound. It seems unperturbed as you approach to poke through the bones. No signs of violence, no fire, no bullets, no bites. These people died peacefully, sitting down to breakfast. As the surface sunlight spilled over them, sunlight can kill at any time. The longer you remain here, the more danger you're in. So why did they stay? Perhaps they stayed because Aestaval is the beautiful as anywhere in the Neath, and 10 times as generous. It's a fine place for a colony. You could found your own pocket kingdom. You could do something about the sun, but what? What has power over sunlight? What makes the impossible possible? Tirirana, yeah, it's wonderful, wonderful writing. Yes, the sun is toxic to anyone who's in the Unterzee. If you stare at it too long, you'd burn and die. Exotic delights. You fill your stores with breadfruit, sugarcane, coconut, soft-shelled crabs and plump birds too stupid to know a hungry Zala from a tree. But on the way back to her ship, one of your crew topples over with a groan. She's smiling blissfully. Go on, Captain, she says. I've missed the sun. Her eyes close. Sunlight is perilous for those who've lived in the Neath too long. Wow, that's going to fill me to the brim on supplies. But now we've unlocked a secret ambition. We can found a colony in Aestaval.
That'd be really neat.
Yeah, so that's one of the ones that I always wanted to do, was found a colony here and live in my own little kingdom of light.
Heck yeah, let's get it.
Exactly. Now we have to find something to block the sun so it's not as... What's the word? Deadly?
Yeah, toxic is what I was going to use.
Ah, yes, toxic. Ooh, an elder angler crab.
That is a large boy.
Give him both barrels, boys.
Both barrels for you, you bastard.
Did you think me a coward?
I am merely a rangefinder.
What? I didn't even... Well, it's only 3 hull. I don't like what that fish is. Well, look, his logic's broken. Ooh, 40 damage. That hurts, but I can take it. Tell you what, we better get something great for this. One more shot. But that's it. Well,
Except
wooden.
supplies.
Yeah, I'll take it. A wooden corner shows some kind of case or box. It's encased in the salty jelly. A cask of mushroom wine. Yeah, we can get rid of some of these supplies. Phew, we did take a beating, though. It's a good thing we're not far from Polythreme. More orphans for the engine. I'm still yet to see the third season of Love, Death, and Robots.
I'm an uncultured swine. I've not even seen a lick of it.
Hmm. Well, we have 5 fuel left, and we're on the other side of the Empire. We better pray that Polythrome has something good for us. That's not fuel. We can buy claymen. This is dangerous now. Well, we can gather a port report.
Well, I think I
Sorry?
see a good opportunity for a bet.
Oh,
Should we see if they can predict whether you make it home or not?
that sounds like a good plan. Don't have any cargo space for it. Let's see here. What to call the prediction? Will we make it home? No, we really should make that one whenever we leave port.
Oh, like from the very beginning?
Yeah, because it's always a possibility that we'll die.
That's true. Should we hold off?
No, we'll make it from here, because we're quite wounded, and it's a good chance to see how tenacious our captain is. All right.
You guys are gonna have 2 minutes.
So I gave him 5. They're already betting against me. Well, let's see. We need to formulate a plan to get
It's
home.
not letting me.
Oh, sorry, I
Maybe
already
it's.
started one.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yeah, that's why there's a prediction already running. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Falling Stuff.
He fast. Well, if you're gonna run it, that means I can bet.
Yeah, go for it. Let's see here. The closest thing we have is Khan's Heart. We do have a lot of supplies, which means we can roll the dice on if we can find something usable a few times. Khan's Heart definitely does have fuel.
Oh boy, if we don't make it home, you guys are gonna make a lot of money.
Oh, someone bet yes, 10,000. What madman was that? Or madwoman?
I'm not a mad woman.
Well, keep the bets going, because I'm setting off. We have to make Khan's Heart, which means terror be damned. We're turning off the lights.
My God. All right, time to see some crazy stuff.
Now you'll see why they call me the Mad Captain.
And lo, just outside of Polythreme, the shouts of men being pushed to the grave into the salty undersea.
We could aim for the Khan's Shadow, actually. I haven't been there yet. I think it's slightly closer, and they might be slightly more inclined to trade with me. Ooh, 76 health. And now we've got an enemy on the horizon. Ain't nobody here but us chickens. Do I dare light the fires?
They are paddling.
Come on, engine, hold together. We're taking all the risks today.
Oh, I can feel the tension, man. What a ride.
Aha, we found Khan's Shadow. Claymen never tire, they just work themselves to oblivion. Well, let's compile a port report because we need more of those. Oh. You can trade a hunting trophy for for 4 watchful curios. He runs his knobble fingers across the trophy and clicks his tongue. Good bone. He grinds, he chips, he engraves, he mutters in a half-dozen languages of the presbyterate. Soon, 4 little blocky figures of bone stand in a row before him. Their eyes are wide and angry. Saw these in the Elder Continent once. Still do when I sleep. Or when my mind wanders. He drops them into your palm. No charge. If they start watching you, maybe they'll stop watching me. I can take those watchful curios down to Polythrum. Shops. Hey, we got fuel. And we can sell some of these supplies.
Nice and cheap, too. Very good.
Ooh. Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Empty mirror catch boxes. How much cargo space do we have? Well, we're about to have a little bit more. Especially since we found Aestaval. I'm just gonna buy one. I'm just gonna buy one. Just one mirror catch box. It's fine. I'm not gonna do anything stupid with it. Don't worry about it.
Meanwhile, we're talking about getting all hopped up on Firkin honey. I really wanted to say stuff about the mirror catch box, but it's probably best I don't.
Okay, let's buy a little bit more fuel. There we go. 40 fuel, 180 left. My God, that's tempting, but we're so wounded.
We will make it back.
Well, Purple, you haven't bet, so I trust you.
Oh, well, if you trust him, let's go right back up to the Crystal Palace there.
We don't have less than 20 Terra.
Oh, that's true.
We shouldn't go to the Carnate either. They're very, very unhappy about us. We can go to Nuncio, though. Go see the postman. Actually, I don't think I even have the Terra for that. Hey, look, that Flotsam and Jetsam is still there. I'm going to do something a little silly. Why? Every time it's like a magnet for you people.
They know it's safe there.
Ooh, I succeeded.
Phew.
It annoys me that they don't take any damage in there, though.
Do you?
I think I do.
I mean, what is that? That's bullcrap.
In fact, he just healed because now he's at 140 of 130. Explain. Explain, game. Look at his health. He's at 140 of 130.
Oh, I see that. That's ridiculous.
Actually, I think I may have encountered a bug because now I can't get out of this.
He's at 150.
Nope, we're leaving. Thank you. This was a wonderful day. Good to see you again.
No. We're not going to die to a rat barge.
No, we are not. And now he's back down to 129. It's alright, we'll lose him in the fog. It's only fun if the GM cheats. I know, but we're just so hurt. And I want to cheat you all out of your goob. I mean, at this point, a stiff breeze would destroy my ship.
Well, when you've left home that way before, there's a chance you can make it.
Hmm.
Asking for current hull.
55 of 200. Yeah, we're certainly down there. We are not doing good. Excuse me, sir, have you heard the word of our Lord and Saviour Zorg? Now you have. Keep the change, you filthy animal. See, we're not pirates, we're missionaries. There's a difference.
Ah, falling stuff. I didn't see you there.
Oh, I'm horribly off course.
You're just playing with our hearts now.
Yeah, it's a bobbing loot crate that I don't have to pay EA money to open.
Nope, sadly that money went to Valve this time.
Ah, well. Hey, if I could pay Fail Better Games directly, I would.
That's fair.
I do still occasionally play Fallen London. What? What am I fighting? Is it bats? Guess not.
Jesus, you mad lad.
Yeah, I gotta get the people their goob. Two more supplies. Well, I don't feel like fighting that shark, though.
Yeah, no.
Come on, shark, let it go, buddy. It's fine, you don't need to worry about it. Master Mayhem, didn't you bet that I'd make it? No, you did not. You'll be fine.
You just want to win Ben Stukka's money.
Well, you shoot a compressed air tank at least.
Poor things have many weaknesses.
So-called apex predators.
The real apex predator is the Enterprise.
Yeah, look, if Captain Kirk can get his ship back to dock in some of the conditions it's been in, I think we're okay. Although I suppose that's the difference. I haven't tried to bang everything I've come across.
That's true. Brave, 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 Sir Robin.
We fled. We fled to live another day. Ah. There you go. Have your damn souls. I carried them on a grand tour.
And nice and seasoned for you.
We've seen some shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's going to do it from me tonight. We had a grand old adventure this time. We found Aestaval, which is one of the things that I set out to do. I wanted to try and get that as a goal or ambition, so that we can try and set up our own little empire, a pocket empire at the edge there. But I think we'll work towards that. We're going to walk towards that in the next stream. And this time we've gotten a new ship, we've got new weapons, we are ready to go. So
Don't
until
forget to
next.
pay him out.
Oh yes, of course, you bet.
Don't worry, Mayhem. I got you, Ham.
Which did I do? That's right. Yes, I did make it home. There you all go. Enjoy your goob. Thank you for believing in the Enterprise. Alright. Thank you again, Stukka, for joining me. I look forward to doing it again.
Anytime.
Alright.
Take care, everybody. Thanks for coming out.
Bye-bye.
you